My name's Phil, and I have aphasia. But my goal is to talk about other people's stories too. Remember, it's your voice. There's no way around it. The only way to get better is to practice. Now, you don't have to be like me, but you need to be able to talk and listen to other people's stories too. Like this one right here. So my name is Phil Oxendine, and I'm with Mike, and he is an ambassador for National Aphasia Association. And here's the story.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Mike Jankowski. I In May of 2022, I had a stroke. Um, that um, was unexpected, obviously. Um,
Like,
it
hey, what?
put me in the hospital for 3 months, almost 4 months. Um, it was don't ask me. I can't pronounce the name of all these medical terms, but
I
it was
understand.
it, it was it was overwhelming. Um, it was a shocker. Um, you know, the hardest part about it was dealing with it. That wow, this happened to me because it happens to other people, but it can't ever happen to me. Um, and it happened to me, and I'm living it, and there was a lot of dark days, but with the support of my family and especially my wife, um, you learn to work through it. And even while you're learning to work through it, um, you still have times where you just wonder why,
Yes.
and and that's the hardest part because there's days you just wake up and you just want to give up. Um, and it's funny because I remember days where my wife just wouldn't let me give up. She wouldn't let it happen, and thank goodness for her. Um, she was my rock, and she made me not made me, but she helped me power through. Um, and there's a lot of lessons that can be learned. Um, and learning to use the resources that you're given is one of the biggest lessons that you have to learn. Um, I was doing a lot of different things before the stroke, and afterwards, the only job I had was to work on me.
Wow. It's so cool to have that because my mom was, it was for me real quick. The same thing that happened to me is listen, get better. Like, but I want to do some stuff. Like, no, you got to get better first. And I'm like, now I was like, you're right. This is the only job to get better.
Yeah,
I,
and that's it. It is hard to do that when you're so you're busy doing other things. And it sounds crazy, but you're right. How do you do this? And the only thing I had to worry about is what I'm doing. Um, so not I'm not gonna bore everybody with all the details. But there was one part that stood out very strong with me. And while I was in the rehab facility, Um, the one doctor that I saw looked at me and said, "You have to start planning of not never walking again."
Wow.
And it, long story short, that's basically what was said. And I think he did it on purpose because he knew it would upset me. And man, I'll tell you, for the next month, I'll tell you what, I'm like, I can't wait to show him because I'm walking out of here.
Good job. I like that.
I'm walking out of here. Like, you can't tell me that. And you know what? I walked out. I
That's
walked
a good
out. And
that's a good
that
doctor.
was that was important, you know, um, to me. So through all this, I'm sitting. I get done. I'm home, and I'm like, oh, okay. So what do I do now? You know, hey, I'm home. Okay. Do I go to work tomorrow? I can't drive anymore. You know, I can't do any of these things. So I'm sitting here. And I'm sitting here. And I had follow up doctor's appointments, and that's it. So finally, my wife looks at me and she goes, "You need to go start looking at some of these online things that the doctor was talking about."
Okay.
And I did. You look at these groups, look at all the things that they have there, you know, and start going to some of these places. And I thought, okay, let's start going. I'm going through and I'm doing them. And now all of a sudden it came up, come be an ambassador. And I was like, I can't do that. I mean, I'm still learning. How am I going to be an ambassador? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I learned that being an ambassador lets you learn more and lets you teach to those, to anyone that wants to know what you've been through. And
Good job.
that's huge. Because the one thing I
Now remember, subscribe, please.